Well, thank you for your service, Dennis. So let's go ahead and get started. My presentation today is on the AI Autotrader. And let me tell you, I've added a component for prop traders because this system can not only trade live accounts, but for prop traders, listen up. We've got a powerful tool that can get the job done very quickly and efficiently. So first, let's go ahead and get the CFTC, the alphabets of the federal government, out of the way. This presentation is for demonstration and educational purposes only. It's important to know I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. So I want to just briefly recognize my team here at Rightline Trading. Rightline Trading, we're on a mission. Our mission is to develop trading strategies and trading indicators that help predict the future direction of price. Man, that is valuable information. Almost like having the winning lottery numbers the night before the drawing. And we also want to provide not only ourselves, but our clients an edge when trading the financial markets. And I think that's what I'm going to show you today is a clear-cut edge that our system is going to provide you over all other retail traders. Over the last decade or actually about 14 years now, Rightline Trading has been around. We've accumulated on this journey quite a community of traders, and I see a lot of you here today. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for joining me. I see Irene, Jagdish, James, Dennis. I think I just spoke to Dennis very recently. Jim Voss is around. Marcia just joined yesterday. Vincent McCoy, some great people that I've known for, and there's many more. Larry, that I've known for quite a long time. So along the way, we've accumulated a really experienced community of traders that through our Discord app collaborate with one another. And, you know, I always say there's power in numbers. It's great to learn what mistakes somebody else made or what didn't work for them. And, just as important, what did work for them? How did they make all of that money? And we've got a great community of traders that shares their journey with one another. And I think most importantly, and something that the owner of Rightline Trading, Mark Miller, has brought to the forefront is that we do this with transparency, with honesty, and with integrity. So very briefly, one of the main things that distinguishes us from our competitors, like Lee, is we trade our system on a live market in front of everybody, in front of the world to see. And listen, if we have a bad trade or a bad day trading, there's just no hiding from it. Like a pimple on the end of our nose, it sticks out, and you're going to see it. So what distinguishes us is we're at the right edge of the chart. We're leveraging the signals that our software provides in a number of different ways. And I just want to briefly recognize Mr. Craig Emery, who had purchased dozens of trading systems prior to coming to Rightline Trading, could never find consistency or profitability. And all that changed with the money flow tracker system, which he trades in our futures trading room. Great guy, Mr. Craig Emery. Then we have our prop trading pro, Mr. Kushner, who trades the money flow tracker on a discretionary basis. Listen, Kush is a great guy. He's extremely conservative and disciplined. He waits for his trade setup to come. Sometimes he'll spend hours in front of the chart sitting on his hands, and it just never comes, and he doesn't take a trade at all. So he treats the prop trading like a business. He successfully trades 6 funded accounts, and he's able to make bi-monthly or bi-weekly withdrawals from some very popular prop trading firms. But the point being is The prop trading has opened the floodgates. Let me tell you. So I'm going to spend a little more time on the prop trading. Um, Not to say that trading your own money is a bad thing. Listen, prop trading. I have to, in full transparency and honesty, they've made something difficult even a little more difficult. But the upside is we're not risking our own capital, and that's a big thing. So it's opened the floodgates to listen. Let's be honest. It's opened the floodgates to people in the past that just couldn't afford to trade. I mean, not many of us have 20 or 30 or $40,000 sitting around that we could put at risk in the stock market. So these prop firms have really provided an opportunity for many of us that would have never had that chance. So David Kushner is our prop trader. Mr. David Wise is a professional options trader. He runs our options live trading room. I refer to him as the Pete Rose of options trading. He has a 90% win rate. Pete Rose had a very high batting average. Pete Rose is always on base and always hustling. David Wise is also a hustler. He's hitting single after single with a double and a triple, and he's always moving the ball. He's really a great trader. Yeah, absolutely, 100% of his decisions are based on the technicals. He's almost like a robot. There's no human emotion in him. I always joke around and I say he's like the pilot when you're at 30,000 feet and you're experiencing a lot of turbulence and you're grabbing your armrest ready to rip it off, and the pilot comes on cool as a cucumber and says, that we're experiencing just a little bit of bumps and everything will be fine. He wants to be the first to welcome you. And, he kind of puts you at ease. And that's David Wise with his options trading. So behind the office, behind the doors here, we have Mr. Brock Miller. He's our college student. He's getting his degree in computer science. Mr. Charles Sider, UCLA graduate, has a master's in computer science. He's an engineer. Sergio Luque Rodriguez. I've got a good Spanish accent living down here in South Florida. I'll tell you, if you don't speak Spanish down here, you might be in trouble. So Sergio, I lovingly call him Luque. Luque is, Spanish. The Spanish heritage is to carry additional last names of both their mother and father. So that's where Luque comes in. But anyway, I'm going to introduce myself in just a moment, and the leader of Rightline Trading. But let me recognize Sergio. Sergio is an absolute genius. He has, the 10 years that I've been working with Sergio, when I met him, he could barely speak English. He was new to the country. He had just been in the U.S. for maybe a year or so and really didn't master the language. And I underestimated Sergio because his English wasn't good. And I made a huge mistake because over the years, he has consistently proven that he can make just about anything come to life in computer language and bring it to life on NinjaTrader or Thinkorswim and even a couple of other platforms I've seen him do. So I just want to recognize Sergio as really being a brilliant coder. The leader, the owner of our Rightline Trading is Mr. Mark Miller, a U.S. Army vet. And again, I want to recognize all the veterans. A U.S. Army veteran. He has graduated. He has his MBA actually from Cal State, another school in California. And listen, he has brought these core military values to every department here at Rightline Trading: transparency, integrity, hard work, and most importantly, honesty. So let me just tell you very briefly, and I want to get started with the presentation. I've been with Rightline Trading. My name is Rory Powers. I'm a Syracuse University graduate, and I reside down in South Florida. My passion has always been trading. I've had the pleasure, the honor of getting to meet so many traders and talking to you on the phone over the years. And I'm very, very in touch with the struggle, not only from talking to you, but from being a trader myself. I have a beautiful family. God has blessed me. Amen. With a beautiful wife, a good, strong woman from Haiti. She's a Haitian American. We have two beautiful children, 1 and 5. And I had the guts to bring my mother-in-law, her mother, very recently to a trip to Fort Myers Beach, and we had a beautiful time. My second passion, is saltwater fishing, and it's dolphin season down here in South Florida. This is a recent picture of me catching a dolphin. So enough of the about me. Let's talk about you. We've all experienced problems making money trading. Consistency, that's the problem. We can all get a winner or two and feel good for a day or two, but can we do it over time? That's always been my problem. And the reason why I think, and from speaking to so many of you, I've learned, yes, Dennis, they sure will. Dennis said Haitian women will feed you well. You got that right. Um, so the problem that I've experienced myself is these human emotions that we have, they get in the way. Unfortunately, we're not all like David Kushner or David Wise. You know, we have emotions. I saw a presentation once where, the presenter, I think it was Chris Vermeulen. He said that humans have like 12 different, personality traits. And maybe one or two of these personality traits lends well to being a good disciplined trader. That you can kind of set these emotions aside and funnel in and put yourself in the zone where you don't really, the money doesn't bother you, that's at risk, and you can trade purely on the technicals, which is what a robot does. There's very few of us that have that talent or that ability, and we could blame it on our fathers or our genes, but the fact is that 10 or 11 out of those 12 personality traits, they just don't lend well to being a good trader. I fall into that category. Um, we've also all been, you know, Mark used to say seduced. We've all been, talked into buying a training system that just didn't work. The indicators lacked price, or the system lacked a proven trading methodology. But it all led to the same cold, desolate place, to a blown trading account. And let me tell you, there's many a nights that I laid in bed talking to myself about blowing another trading account. I must have blown 6 or 10 trading accounts in my trading career, and it's a horrible feeling. So it has been our team's commitment to bring this to an end, and that was the genesis of this AI auto trader. So when it comes to the opening bell at 9:30, God only knows, because I know for sure who doesn't know, and that's me, or most of you, the talking heads, people's opinions. We just don't know which way the market's going to go. Sometimes it does completely opposite of what we anticipate. So when it comes to that opening bell, we just really have no idea which way the market is going to head. We've narrowed it down to two things that we believe are going to create consistent trading success. Number one is we want to have the proper tool set. Listen, if you don't have the proper tools to get a job done effectively, if you have something that is using technology that's outdated, a perfect example, Dennis, and this is no knock to you, but Dennis had mentioned earlier, he asked Lee, do you still use NinjaTrader 7? Listen, if I had NinjaTrader 7 still, I would probably hold on to it because it might be worth something in the very near future, because it's going to be an antique. But it's kind of outdated technology at this point. NinjaTrader 8 now is much more powerful. It has features and bells and whistles that get the job done more efficiently. So having the proper tool set is very important. We want to be able to identify risk, when to get in the trade, when to get out, and do it very effectively. And number two, because of the human errors, I like to call them the bonehead moves that we make, ideally, we need software that can do it automatically. We want to be able to get in and out of these trades without any human error, without any human emotion, and in some cases, without us even being in front of our screens. We want a machine to do it for us automatically. And let me tell you, that's what these big hedge funds, that's what institutional firms are doing. They're not sitting and clicking their mouse. They have very powerful algorithms that are leveraging AI, that are getting in and getting out automatically. So it's important to be up to date and have something that's going to be powerful enough to give you an edge in today's trading environment. So the benefits from using the AI Autotrader, and I like to just pause right here. I know everybody here is with either Rightline Trading or you were invited by Lee, but I just want to clarify that the AI Autotrader is run on NinjaTrader 8. We do not have a version for 7 or any other platform as a matter of fact. NinjaTrader 8 is the one that we run. You can run it on a live account, you can run it on a sim account, you can run it on a prop account. It doesn't matter. As long as you have NinjaTrader 8 and a live data feed, you're in business. And some good news, Dennis. NinjaTrader 8 is a free platform. You can go to their website, log in or create a membership with them, a free membership, and you can download their latest platform totally free of charge. So the benefits of using our AI Autotrader with NinjaTrader 8 is there's no more overthinking or hesitating or making those bonehead, mistakes that we often do. This is a system that is going to place your stop and your targets in the most ideal location as determined by our AI technology. And I'm going to go into our AI technology in just a few more minutes. So your optimized profits and stops are predetermined and they're placed for you depending on the average true range of the market. Listen, we're in a very news-driven market. We just got listened to Lee, who really is an expert at trading the news. This is a very news-driven market. You have the CPI, the PPI, the jobs report. You have 10 or 15 different reports, maybe more, coming out during the week that's causing these big, huge moves instantaneously. And to have that kind of news-driven market where conditions are changing so quickly, this AI technology is really a game changer. So it's going to self-adjust your profit targets and your stops based on the average true range of the market. So there's no more cutting your winners short or making human errors or mismanaging your trades. And I'm going to go in for prop traders. Also, one of the benefits of using our AI Autotrader is we have what's called a one-day pass. It's a customized template for prop traders, regardless of the size account that you choose, 25,000, 50,000, 250,000, whatever it may be. We've got a strategy that's completely stress-free. It's going to take the trade, and you're going to either pass or you fail. Statistically, it's about 1 out of 3. And right now, with a 90% discount, for a $250,000 account right now, it costs $16. So if you have to buy 3 of them for $50, 1 out of 3, statistically speaking, is going to get you passed, and you're going to get onto the PA, the next stage after the evaluation. So that's a little bit about our Get Funded Now. It's these custom prop trading templates. They're good for any size evaluation account. We trade this system and we use these templates in our YouTube live streams. and it trades any one of the instruments that you want to go with. But I'm going to come back. I'm going to circle back to this in a little bit. I want to highlight and tell you a little bit more about our trading strategies because we have an extremely diversified portfolio of instruments that trades a number of different instruments and time frames. And I would like to highlight the top three. And if any of you have ever seen my presentation before, it's very redundant. It's almost the same top three every week or every few weeks that I do this presentation. Our number three strategy, and we'll do a little Casey Kasem. You remember Casey Kasem? He did the top 40 on Saturday mornings, the top 40 hits. We're only going to do three. That's number three. Coming in at number three is the NQ Haymaker, the NQ30 range Haymaker. And all of these results, okay, are based on trading just one contract. I don't like to come and I've seen some webinars before where they show 5 or 10. But listen, if you're trading a live account, most people, unless you have a larger account, can only afford one. So I like to do my analysis on one. But keep in mind, if you have a prop account, we have templates that will level this up considerably. All right. And I'm going to show you a video too. Anyway, from May 1st to May 24th, trading just one contract on the NQ30 range Haymaker, we're at $1,835. And I like to be, fully transparent when I show results, because I've seen some webinars where I think it was a little questionable on some of the results that they showed. So let's take a look right off of NinjaTrader. This is not a back test. This is actual results that will match my slide, taken right off of NinjaTrader in the month of May for that Haymaker strategy. If I click generate, it's going to come through and it's going to show you the exact same results that I'm showing on my slide. So trading on a cumulative basis, the first 3 weeks, and this is a weekly, the first 3 weeks of May to today is up $1,835. A very nice equity curve. Very nice equity curve. Trading one contract. Now, if you trade 3 or 5, if you have a larger prop account or a larger live account, you can always level up. You can always scale up. Number 2 on my list on this week's top 3 strategies is one that comes in almost very consistently, is our black gold strategy. That's crude oil. Crude oil is traded on a 10 range chart. We used to do a 15. We were a little inconsistent. We made a few modifications. We're now trading it on a 10 range. And we have an incredible risk to reward. I think we're risking, I think it's 15 ticks to make 90. It's, almost a 5 or 6 to 1 risk to reward ratio, leaned heavily in our favor. So we're risking 150 to make 900. Just a huge risk to reward ratio. Anyway, the black gold on crude oil, which has really been very volatile, big swings up and down. We're at $3,955 trading just one contract on black gold. So let me swing that over and let's look at the performance. So our black gold strategy from May 1st to May 24th made just under, let's call it $4,000 in profits. And you could see our largest winning trade was $895. Our largest losing trade was $174. But if we do an average, now keep in mind, we're not going to make 90 ticks on all of these trades. In a ranging or a choppy market, the AI component is going to bring the stop way in and the profit targets. So on the average, our winner was $262. and our average loser was 144. So we did hit some home runs during this month, but on the average, we made about just under $300. So we're looking at about a 2-to-1 risk to reward on the average. Okay, on the average true range of the market. Those are based on. So beautiful equity curve here. $4,000. The maximum drawdown was 2,000. And if we look at our curve on the analysis, just a very nice curve up. And I think it might be due to the political unrest that's going on in the Black Sea right now. I know they had to change their shipping routes, and it was causing a little turbulence. But the important thing is that the system is taking advantage of that volatility, and our members gained $3,955 on one contract on crude oil. And drum roll, the number one strategy for the month of May so far has been the retirement plan. And I love this slide. I dream of the day, and I hope it's me, and my wife with that coconut in our hand toasting. But we call this strategy the retirement plan for good reason. You could set this strategy, and it brings home the bacon. It trades at 2-minute on the NASDAQ, and it has a beautiful risk to reward ratio with a trailing stop. We have a new feature called a profit window. The profit window feature, we have a profit target of 180 ticks. Well, can you imagine going 170 and not getting 180 and then having it come back? You'd be sick. We have what's called a profit window. We have a trailing stop. If it gets close, the profit window kicks in. When it gets to, say, 20 ticks to your profit target, it's going to squeeze it. It's going to put your stop 20 ticks behind where price is. So you can only make 20 more ticks at that point, but you can only lose 20 ticks at that point. That's called our profit window. But the retirement plan has just been hitting it out of the park. In the month of May, it's at $4,933, trading just one contract. Incredible. Let me slide that one over. Just under $5,000, trading just one contract. You could see here that our average winning trade is just under 400, 360. Our average losing trade is 158. So a little bit greater than 2-to-1. And listen, as futures traders, that's what gets us in trouble. I got to mention, that's what always got me in trouble. Was my risk to reward. I found that and this was due to me squeezing my stops and not letting my winners run, which is what our biggest mistakes as traders. Is the risk to reward. We'll get 2 or 3 winning trades, but those winners we didn't let run. And they could have made a lot more. And then we take a loser, and it just wipes out those 2 or 3 trades that we had blood, sweat, and tears in that we were able to make, and it just wipes it out in one trade. It's just sickening. So with this, it's $4,933. It's the opposite. One winner will put you right back in the game. I can't tell you how many sessions I've had 2 or 3 losers in a row, and then I'll come back with a winner, and I'll be up $500 or $600, and it's just such a relief to have that type of power available. So cumulative, our top 3 strategies, trading just one contract for the month of May, is up over $10,000. Not bad, not bad. If you're a prop trader and you have a larger prop account, or even a $50,000 account, there's nothing preventing you from trading 2 or 3 or even 4 contracts. These strategies have fully adjustable parameters. We can always scale up when we're risking their money. When they're risking their money, we scale it up, and we go for the gusto. So just under $11,000. I think by now you know that I'm being 100% honest with these results. And this is my graph cumulatively for the month of May. So we've got a really, powerhouse of a system, and I'm going to show you my workspace because I want you to see it. A lot of people ask, they're very curious, how are you having this type of success? And I kind of alluded to it earlier. And I just want to give you just a little more information without getting too much into the minutia. We've, in collaboration with an AI technology, an AI development lab, an AI development lab. We've been in a collaboration with them, and we've developed it with their assistance, an advanced machine learning algorithm that leverages this new AI technology. And what it does, listen, the biggest knock to automated strategies has always been that they lack consistency. When market conditions change, the results go down the tubes. In a trending market, they might hit it out of the park, but if it's not trending or if it's not this one certain way, it does terrible. So this has been the game changer. Once we started integrating this AI technology into our workspace, into our software, what it does is it continuously and dynamically, what I mean by dynamically, is while you're trading in the session, you have your strategies enabled and it's taking the trades. And this closed loop system that we've developed, each one of our bots trades in tandem to a drone strategy. So for each instrument, there's two, a bot and a drone, and we have a few different entries. So the bot and the drone will both take the trade in tandem. They're sharing the database that's stored on your computer. And in that data, the drone is telling the bot what the maximum forward excursion is and what the maximum adverse excursion is, or in layman's terms, what the range is, the average true range of the market. Where is the most ideal place? Where can you put your stop in this market condition and where can you put your profit target to make the most money? And listen, this thing continues the entire session to go around in a circle. And it's calculating this data in milliseconds, far superior than you or I can ever imagine to do these calculations in our minds. So dynamically, it's placing your stop and your profit targets while your system is trading in the most ideal locations. And that has been what's been the biggest game changer for us. Now, this relationship with the AI development lab is ongoing because we're really taking it to the next level. And our vision is that this entire system is going to be run on this artificial intelligence because the AI lab told us that, listen, what happens is once it starts accumulating a lot of data, it starts developing what they say is pattern recognition. And it starts developing a bias. It starts waiting for specific patterns. And it has the inputs of all of our indicators that the system is leveraging, and it's determining what the values are of each one of our indicators when it takes the most profitable trades. So it's going to start developing that pattern recognition and knowing what inputs for each one of our indicators need to be in order to maximize our results. So that's where we're headed. We've made some huge strides getting there, but there's always in the optimization process, there's always improvement that there needs to be made. And we are committed to making those improvements. So the benefits of this self-learning AI model are very much what I've already discussed. It has the ability, to adapt to the changing market conditions in this news-driven environment that we're in. And I don't mean to be redundant, but if you look at your charts this past week, you know, the alphabet soup of these news reports was mind-boggling. And, you know, the effect it had on our, excuse me, even earnings, with earnings coming out. In addition to these economic, you know, reports that come out, the market turns on a dime and it starts trending. It goes from choppy to trending, and you have to have a system that can dynamically change. So as we accumulate more data, for the reasons that I just mentioned, we're going to have a more and more accurate output. And in the end game, what comes out at the end is improved accuracy and improved profits. That's what it's all about. Especially with these prop accounts, we can't take drawdowns. We have to just take, and that's really the key to this system is going to be filtering out the losing trades. And that's where we all struggle. It's easy to find winning trades. We can take winners. The hard part is sidestepping the losers. And that's when the real consistency comes in. So I want to show you, first I want to show you the workspace, and then I'll show you a video. Let me just slide my notes out of the way here. And I'm going to wrap up. I respect your time. And I know it's a holiday weekend, and it's a Friday. And I'm just excited as you are, believe me. But I do want to show you the workspace because, you know, I mentioned earlier in the presentation that we want to provide you with an edge over other retail traders. And this is the edge that I was referring to. So this is the workspace from today's trading. Now, I have some background images in my charts. If you don't want the background images, if you do want them, I do have those available. But what comes out of the box with this software system are the chart templates that have all of the indicators on them. Let me see if I have a chart up. It's on a 1 minute, but I'll fix it while I'm talking. But this is the workspace, and these are the results from the system trading today. And you can see that simultaneously, it's going to trade 6 different instruments. It will trade micros, it will trade E-minis, makes no difference. It's going to look at, we trade crude oil and gold, energy and precious metals. We also trade all of the index equities, the NASDAQ, Dow, E-mini, and the Russell. And it really has its finger on the pulse of the market. The core thing one of the core triggers that the system looks for is a disparity between uptick and downtick, called market internals. It's also leveraging a multi-time frame assessment of momentum and trend. Okay, so the system can leverage a number of different indicators and determine when the ideal entry is occurring. If your strategy is enabled, it's going to execute and manage the trade on your behalf. If the strategy is not enabled, it'll fire off an entry signal that you can take on a discretionary basis. That's these little crosses that you see that come in on my chart. So you can see today's results, trading these different strategies, were incredible on a variety of different instruments. So I think what kind of gets lost in the message is that these robots can outtrade us. I mean, they can make us look, you know, really ridiculous, because to be able to trade 6 instruments simultaneously and look at all of the conditions that this strategy looks at in order to enter a trade and do it effectively without ever making a human error, it's just something that you or I can only dream about having the ability to do. So this is what's providing our members, and hopefully what will provide you with an edge trading these futures instruments. So I want to go back and I want to show you Prop traders, I want to show you this video. I'm going to drop out of my slide deck, and I'm going to go back, and we're going to go real quick to YouTube. And I'm just wrapping up. I also have a great Memorial Day special. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dane. Okay, let me continue. Okay, what I want to do is, I think this PowerPoint takes a lot of resources. It's the wrong one. What I wanted to show you, and for prop traders, I wanted to show you this one-day pass in real time. The video I'm going to show you and what we stream in YouTube Live is we leverage the AI Autotrader using what's called a trade copier along with these prop accounts, okay, where we can 10x up to 20x our trades using a trade copier. If you're trading 20 accounts and you get a $500 trade, well, that's a $10,000 trade now. So Mark Miller, who's the owner of Rightline Trading, this video is him during the YouTube live stream using a trade copier on 4 of his funded accounts and about 5 or 6 evaluation accounts. I think there was 10 or 12 accounts in total. And let me scroll back just a little bit. And you can see he's in the trade now, and he's using his trade copier. He's trading PA accounts and eval accounts. So he doesn't want to take too much risk into that pivot. So he brings it down, and he's leveled it way up. So now he's getting filled on these different accounts. And he got filled on for 1,380 on a, listen, this move here is not a monster move. You see his entries right here, and he made it to right here, and he made $1,380 times 10 or 15 accounts. And that's why he's so happy, because that trade there, if you do the math on his PA accounts and his evaluation accounts, it was over a $10,000 trade on just maybe 20 or 30 ticks that he took that trade for his profit target. So that's the power of having the ability to leverage multiple prop accounts using a trade copier in our AI auto trader. Let me go back to my slide and finish up my slide deck. Excuse me. Okay. So our one-day pass, right now it's important to know that Apex, I don't get it, I don't have any affiliation with Apex, but I just wanted to bring to your attention that Apex I think they just extended their sale through June 15th, is running a 90% off discount. What that means to us is it gives you the ability to trade, and also $250,000 accounts are the same as a $50,000 account. So to put it into context, you can get a $250,000 account right now for $16. I think it comes out to $17, $16.90. So for $17, it gives you the ability to leverage these accounts in our AI auto trader without risking any of your own capital. Zero. You cannot lose any money except for what you've paid for the evaluation account. That's all you could lose. So with very little risk, you have an absolute tremendous upside to make money very similar to what you just saw Mark do in that YouTube video. So with our 1 day, they're customized templates for the 1 day pass. We can get you that PA account in a hurry. Listen, I'm a little like Dennis. I'm a little behind the times, and I've been trading one contract on a evaluation account, and I'm going to show you. I'm on this evaluation account 13 now for 2 or 3 weeks, trying to do it the old-fashioned way. If I take this off, and I've been using this one here to just trade one contract, and I've been doing it, consistently using the AI Auto. I've got it up to $2,582, but it's taken me. I've started this account. If we go to the entry time, since May 7th. So from May 7th to the 24th, so about 2.5 weeks. I'm at $2,582. Well, these new 1 day passes, and statistically, it's 1 out of 3. So let's say it takes us 4, and we have to buy 4 accounts to get 1. At $17 times 4, you're looking at under $100. You've got a funded $250,000 account, and it's well worth it. With these 1 day pass templates, you let the haymaker or the retirement plan take the trade for you. Our haymaker strategy, what we do is we time optimize the templates. So in our customized template, we look at every half hour of the day how the system trades. Well, between 10:30 and 11, the system crushes it. So these 1 day pass, these customized templates, are pre-programmed to trade only during that window of opportunity that we make the most money. So the system's going to stand aside during these red times, but once that 10 o'clock hour comes, that's prime time, and that's when your 1 day pass is going to kick in and get you over the hump of that evaluation. Okay, so let's get to the special offer for Memorial Day weekend. And listen, the owner of Rightline Trading, he is a veteran, and that's where his heart is. And so we're going to do something really special for Memorial Day. If you're not familiar with NinjaTrader, or you're just no good on computers, don't worry. We have 3 or 4 experts at sharing your screen and installing everything for you. It truly is white glove support. And it's not just to install it, it's ongoing. We want this to be a win-win relationship. So it is ongoing white glove support anytime you need it. If you're a member of ours, you're going to get white glove support. Tony, I'm going to answer that in just a minute. Let me get to my next slide. Okay. Now, listen, most of our members, they, really want to trade the system out of the box, and the system comes with a couple of dozen pre-formatted templates that trade a variety of different instruments on a variety of different time frames. We do share with you modules 1 and 2 of basically module 1 is going to go through every parameter of the strategy. So you're familiar. It's not going to be a black box system. You're going to see exactly what's under the hood. Module number 2 is for those of you that like to get under the hood and want to create your own strategies. Module number 2 will go into detail on how you can adjust different settings and different parameters. They're actually called conditions in order to optimize your own ATM, your own automated trading system. So modules 1 and 2 will come with the system. If you sign up with us over Memorial Day weekend, you're going to get lifetime access, or for the length of your membership, you'll have access to our YouTube live streams. Listen, there's very few companies that have these bots that will trade them on a live market on YouTube Live. And as a company's policy, everything we do has to be in full transparency. And we trade the system every morning from 9:30 to 11:30 on YouTube Live. If you're a member of ours, you'll always join us for free. And for the Memorial Day special, what we're doing is we're going to do a really nice discount. The AI Autotrader for the monthly, it comes in 3 different membership levels. We have our monthly, our annual, and our lifetime. The system comes with both the discretionary. What I mean by discretionary is all of the chart templates that the system leverages. This chart isn't formatted correctly, but I just want you to see a little bit of what I mean by this. I can reload the template to our Haymaker template. On the 30 range, you'll get all of the chart templates, all of the ATMs. This is a beautiful entry that the system took between 10 and 11. This is our window right here. You'll get all of these indicators on chart templates. So if you want to take a trade on a discretionary basis, you'll have beautiful signals for entries and great tutorials how to trade it. All of the automated strategies also come in templates. You'll receive our full portfolio of bots, all of the bots and drones on every single one of our instruments. All future markets, all markets and all future markets. Right now we're developing a few on a few instruments that I haven't mentioned. Also, you'll have access to our Discord chat group. I mentioned in the beginning that there's power in numbers. We have a great community of traders. We have a great channel, general chat. Stephen Eldridge today, Eldridge passed a $25,000 eval. He also passed 50,000. So a lot of our members are getting past these. These templates are working. We have great tutorial videos. We have our daily results. You can see what's working, what's not working, problems and solutions. You need help. We're there to help you. Our prop trading channel. We've got a great community of traders in our Discord chat, and you will absolutely be a member of our community. So let's talk about the pricing. We're discounting the monthly from $7.99 to $5.99. $7.99 to $5.99. I'm going to put the actually Brock is going to put the link in the chat box. So if you want to click that link, you'll be able to read along and follow along with me. The $5.99 is our monthly plan. Then we have our annual plan, which is a better value. For 12 months, it comes down to $23.99 annually, which breaks down to about $200 per month. And then we have our lifetime access, which is normally $79.99. We're doing a 50% sale for Memorial Day. 50% off. It brings the price down to $39.99, which is really your best value. And listen, I know it's a lot of money. I've talked to dozens of traders. They say, "Wow, $5.99 or $39.99. That's a lot of money." And you're right. It is a lot of money. But let me just put it into context. And I like to show this in our Discord chat. If I go into our daily results, one of our members last week, he posted what he had made in one day. Simon made $21,000 trading these strategies in one day. $21,000. Before that, Dan Tomaselli, another one of our members, had another blowout day, made, I think it was $14,000. So yes, it is a lot of money, but let me tell you this is a system that's not only going to give you an edge, but it's going to potentially return dividends for years and years to come. So for Memorial Day, I mentioned that, Mark Miller, the owner of Rightline Trading, is a U.S. Army vet, and he did not forget the veterans. What we're going to do, we're going to actually up the ante. We're going to knock 65% off this weekend only. 65% off on this, 90% off on the Apex accounts. Listen, I mentioned earlier getting ready for a reboot for the second half of 2024. This is the way to do it. This is going to potentially make the second half of 2024 the best year of our trading careers with these opportunities. So 65% off the AI Autotrader, $29.99 lifetime. Normally the annual price is $33.99. It's discounted to $23.99. So for $600 more, $29.99. Join us for a lifetime of the AI Autotrader, and we would love to welcome you, and we do consider you part of our trading family. So I just want to take a minute to answer just a couple of questions that I saw. Tony asks about. Give me a call, David. Give me a call. I have something for you. I'm gonna. You see my phone number here. When I'm done, please give me a call, or if you put your number in, I'll be happy to give you a call. And thank you very much for your service. Tony G asks, doesn't Apex disallow robots? Okay, that's a great concern. Let me address it because I've really read extensively on it, and I want to preface what I've learned by just mentioning that not one of our members, including Mark Miller, the owner, has ever had a problem with that. But number two, the reason they haven't had a problem is in Apex's terms of service, what their rule states is if you're going to use an automated entry, they do want you to have the ability. Number one, you cannot be a black box system that's just randomly, without any of your knowledge, without any reasoning or rationale, is taking trades without you knowing what's going on. Because our AI Auto Trader projects the stop and the profit targets on your charts, providing you with the ability to manage the trade. It's a self-directed strategy, which means you have to put in the inputs in each one of the parameters in order for it to take the trade, the logic behind the system, and you have to enable the strategy. Okay, so those steps that you have to take actually classify this as what they consider to be a semi-automated trading system. Okay, because you have the ability at all times to be in control of these trades. If you've ever seen me on YouTube Live, I'm always sliding my stops all over the place. I let the system take the entries, but I want to lock in my profits, and I don't want to get any unrealized gains that come back on me. So Tony, you're going to be just fine. I assure you. I'm going to give you a call. I'm going to give you a call, David. All right. So listen, I don't want to take up any more of anybody's time. And let me end by saying this. Number one, I want to bring a message of hope. If your trading journey has been anything like mine, that's been full of potholes and disappointments and frustration, and thinking that the game is absolutely 100% rigged against you, because no matter what you do, they find a way to get your money. If you fall into that boat, there is hope for you. Okay, I just showed you over the last 2.5 weeks, what I've done with this system, trading one contract. There is hope. I bring a message of hope. This new AI technology can outtrade us with a blindfold 10 to 1. This is the new and up and coming technology that you want to be a part of. So I do bring a message of hope today. And last but certainly not least, listen, I hope this Memorial Day weekend, I want to again thank the veterans, those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. It's their holiday, but also those that made it home. Thank you very much for your service. Listen, I hope you're able to spend some time with the people you care about the most. And I hope everybody has a blessed Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy yourselves and be safe. Have a great weekend.